We're going to show you part 1 of our top 10 3D and 2D puzzle apps on the iPhone and iPod Touch. Brought to you by Apperific, the app that saves you time and money finding your next favorite app. Now you can use Apperific to search for puzzle apps. It searches our database of the most popular past and present top 100s. And you can see what you get. You can add apps that you're interested in to your wish list, and we'll send you a push notification when that app goes on sale. Or you may find an app that really doesn't match your puzzle criteria, and you can hide it. And that means that the next time that you do the search for puzzle, that app won't show up. The first puzzle app that we recommend is Zenbound. Now Zenbound comes in a free and a paid version, so you can check it out. And it's a really unique idea for a puzzle app. And I can't even begin to explain it to you. I'll just show it to you. Here I've started a game called Ambition. Let's continue it. And what I'll do is start it from the beginning. Now you've got this shape that rotates in 3 dimensions, and you've got a rope that's tacked onto one side of it. And the idea is to wrap the rope around this block of wood, and as you can see, on either side of the rope, the block gets painted. So that's your goal, is to actually paint this block blue with the least amount of rope possible. Now that's an interesting game I've never seen before the iPhone. It's got a little nail sticking up there, so you can change the direction of the rope if you want to. Let's see if we did it. Yeah, there it goes. And I've got 66% now. Once you reach 72%, it tells you if you've reached your goal, and you can keep going if you want. Like I said, a free version and a paid version if you really get into it. The next puzzle is a really cool 2D app called Auditorium. Auditorium is free, and it's best to show you how it's played rather than try to explain it. Here we go. Now, you can see what's going on here. You've got some light waves going through and some interesting devices to change its direction. So basically what you want to do is when you're done, you tap the little pointy hand. And the levels get more and more interesting. Let's see. Send that up through there. It's a really cool little 2D puzzle with some interesting effects. Another really popular 2D puzzle out there is Geared. Now Geared comes in a free version and a paid version. It opens with a little tutorial, and the idea is to get the power from the moving gear all the way up to the blue gear. And on each successive level there is more and more of a challenge. There's other gears you need to use, or there's already gears in place. Let's look at the levels. Now with the free version you get up to 40 levels. It's hard to see, but the first 40 are in black. The rest of them are in red. So the paid version will give you all the way up to 144 if you get addicted to it. So go check it out. Another 2D puzzle out there is Tanzen. Now Tanzen is a version of the Tanagrams puzzle that's very popular, and you drag these shapes onto the silhouette to try to fill up the silhouette using just the shapes available. You can rotate the shapes to put them in place. This is one of the most popular versions of this that we've seen. It comes in a light version and a paid version. It gives you more silhouettes to do. So if you're a fan of this kind of puzzle, it's a great app to get. Now another very interesting 2D puzzle that we've come across is called Colorbind. Now it has a light version and a paid version. And I'm just going to dive into a medium level here to show you how the game works. Now what you've got to do is move this ribbon and cover the same colored dots or buttons. Now, and you can turn a corner, and it makes this interesting fold effect in the game, like you're folding over a ribbon to change direction. Now notice that when you fold on a button, it doesn't really grab the button, so that one won't count. And there's some interesting things that also happen. That ribbon gets blocked by the other one. You can't go underneath it except at a 90-degree angle. And if I try to go up here, you notice I can't go any further forward either when I come across one of the folds. So there's a strategy to this game once you get the hang of it. So for example, it looks like I've got to end in that corner. I can't come at it any other way because it'll be a fold right there. So I know where that one has to end. The blue one looks like I can go this way, or come up from it here. Now notice the black one I can go underneath and still grab it. It's been grabbed. Now that will prevent me from getting the brown ribbon on that button there, so I can't turn there. I've got to go like that. And that's going to be a problem there. Oops. And let's see if I can get the rest of them. Oh, not that way. Not that way. I'm stuck. But you can quit and go back to the beginning, and it'll walk you right through some easy levels. And you go on and on. Pretty interesting game. A bonus 2D puzzle is flight control. And I've included it in the video for all of those people who've never had an iPhone before, or an iPod Touch, and have never heard of flight control. Flight control is a puzzle where you're a flight controller and you need to get these airplanes onto the right runways. And you do it by just swiping a dotted line from the plane to the runway. The big plane goes on the big runway, there's a small plane that goes on the small one, and there's a helicopter that comes out and lands on the helicopter pad. And the objective is to prevent these planes from crashing into each other and land as many planes as you can. As you can see, as time goes on, more and more planes will come into view, and it will get more and more complicated. It's a 2D puzzle game that changes every time you play.